let's move on to the employee module and see what else is provided by the module. Okay, so now let's take a look at the employee module of Horilla. So on the left side of your screen, you can see employees. Click on that. And here comes a lot of things under it, which is the profile, employee, shift request, work type request, rotating shift assign, rotating work type assign. So first, let's go to profile. So if you click on employee profile, you can see the profile of the currently logged in employee. So as you can see, Adam is logged in right now. Okay. So you can see his email, the work mail, and all those things like the phone number. Under the About section, you have all his personal information, work information, and bank information, which we are providing during the time of onboarding. Okay. Now here you have the leave. So corresponding leaves and all to this person can be viewed under the leave section. Here you have the team, that is the team to which this person belongs to can be viewed here. And then you have the timesheet section. So the timesheets which are entered by him will be seen there. So currently we have the about information of Adam over here. So that's the profile. And if you want to do any kind of changes over the profile, you have the edit icon, that is the edit pencil at the top right corner. So simply click on edit. And here you can change the information. So you can change the personal information as well as the bank information. And once you do the changes, you can simply click on save changes. So that's the profile. Then we have the employee section where you can see all the employees. Okay, you can see all the employees. So it's actually a card view. You have two kinds of view, which is the list view and the card view. So currently we are viewing the card view. Okay. So if you click on the three dots here, you have the option to edit, archive, and delete an employee card view. Okay. You have the filters over here. So you can filter it based on the employee. That is, you can provide an employee first name, last name, and so on. So let me provide Adam and click on filter. So you can see based on the name Adam, I have provided the filter over here. Two results have come. Okay. Similarly, I'm removing the filter. Similarly, you can filter it based on the work info. It is, you can choose a company and the reporting manager, the job position and all. Based on this, it can be filtered, and here you have advanced filter. Okay. So you can provide groups, permissions, and so on. So that's how you filter it. And here you have actions. So under actions, you have the option to import, export, archive, unarchive, and delete the employees. So importing an employee is simple. Okay. So here you have the option to import an employee. Click on actions, import. And from here, you can choose a file from your system and upload it. So once you're done, you can simply click on upload, and that's how you import the file. Okay. Same way, you have the option to export, archive, unarchive, and delete. So let me do one thing. Currently, the filter is there. I'll refresh it. You can see the filter is removed and all employees are displayed over here. Now under actions, I'm going to archive. Okay. So from here also, you can simply archive the employees. And then you have unarchive. That is, you can unarchive an employee who is archived, and also you can delete. Okay. And if you want to create an employee, you have an option to create directly from here. Simply click on create. And here you can add new people. So here you have the option to provide the profile picture, the badge ID. You can set the first name. So I'm putting the name as Jerry. And the last name can be provided here. Okay. And you have the option to put the mail ID, the phone number, date of birth. So here from the calendar, you can choose the date of birth. So I'll choose something from here. Okay. A date of birth is added. And then from here, you can add the gender. You can provide the address. So I'm putting it as Jerry Villa or something. And you can specify the country, India. The state, you can choose, I'm choosing some state. And here you have the option to provide the zip code, emergency contact. Okay. And the emergency contact relation, I'm putting it as brother, and the contact name. Okay. And you have the option to provide the marital status, and if there is children, you can provide the count of children, and if he has experience means how much experience does he have. That count can be given here. Okay. And once you do all these things, click on Save Changes. Okay. So they say badge ID must be unique. So I'm putting 101 and Save Changes. Okay. So you can see new employee is added. Now here you have the work info and also bank info for this person. So from here you can add on the work info as well as the bank info. Okay. So that's how you create an employee directly. And then you have the shift request. You know, we work on different shifts, right? You have night shift, regular shift, noon shift, morning shift, and so on. So the request for these shifts can be created over here. Okay. And all the shift requests which are there currently can be viewed here. You can see for Andrew, he has requested the regular shift. Okay. And his previous shift was also regular shift. And the requested date and till what date he wants the same shift, and also the description. Okay. So from here, you can create the shift request. So I'll choose an employee. I'll choose Abigail Lee. And the request date, I'm choosing it from the calendar. So I'll choose 30. And till what date, that also has to be specified. Okay. And what shift he wants. So I'm choosing a night shift and providing a description. And click on Add. As you can see, for Abigail Lee, a new shift is added. So once you, shift request is added, sorry. So once you add this, you have two options, either cancel it or approve it. Okay. So approving it means that particular request is approved. So shift has been approved. Because the shift request has been approved. Okay. Then you have the work type request. Click on the work type request over there. Okay. Now here you have the work type request. That is, you have two types of working, which is like work from home and work from office. Okay, you can choose either. So that request also can be created from here. Click on Create. Choose the employee and choose a date. So I'm choosing the date. Okay, so from 30th to some random date. And from here you can choose the work type. So I'll choose work from home. Okay, so let's change the person to Adam B. Work from home. And if you want, you can add any description. Okay, so let's add a description. Please approve. Okay, so once it's done, click on Add. So a new request has been added for work type. So this can either be approved or cancelled. Okay, so that's how it's done. And then you have the rotating shift assign. Okay, so the shift rotation. Okay, how to assign this shift rotation, that is given here. So if you want to assign any, click on Assign. And you can choose an employee from here. The rotate shift. Okay, night in general I'm choosing. And the start date. And based on after weekend or monthly, when this should get rotated. Okay, so I'll choose weekend and rotate on every Friday. So if it's active, check on is active and then click on Save Changes. Okay. So only one record allowed per employee. So let me create a rotating shift assign once again. So I'm choosing Amelia Brown and the rotating shift I am adding. Okay, so here we have night in general, I've added it. And then you have the start date. Okay, so choose a start date from here. So here you have the calendar. Choose one date. So I'm choosing some random date from here. And based on what, that also can be chosen here. It can either be after weekend or monthly. So I'm choosing weekend, and on which day this should be rotated, I'm choosing Friday. Once it's done, click on Save Changes. Okay, so as you can see, it's been added for Amelia Brown. Okay, so this is how you do a rotating shift assign. Okay, so if you want to archive this, you can simply click on the icon over here. And for removing this rotating shift assign, you can click on the trash icon over here. And to create a new one, click on Create. Okay, so if you click on Create means you can do and edit the changes. Okay, so that's how you do a rotating shift assign. And then you have the rotating work type assign. So rotating work type assign is the work type which is work from home or work from office, that thing. So I'll create a new one. So I'll show you. Click on assign and let's choose Amelia. And the rotating work type, I'm choosing it as home to office. Okay, and the start date is given. And based on what? Based on weekend. On which day? Friday. And once it's done, click on save changes. As you can see, rotating work type assigned. A message has come. So that's how you assign a rotating work type to a particular employee. Okay. And we have the rotating work type as well as the rotating shift assign and all. So we'll talk about that in detail in another video.